like 1:30 something in the afternoon, on a Sunday afternoon. I look like poop, but that's fine. I don't look like poop. I look better than poop. I hope so. Got my nails done yesterday, so I kind of had to talk like this because, you know, it's been a while. But I'm here in the bathroom. I have to go to work at 4. And yeah. I don't know if I told you guys, but I got my car on Monday, and maybe I'll give you a little car tour that later on today, but yeah, I got my car. I don't have great pictures because my dad took me. You know how dads be taking pictures. So I have to get ready, but I have to put my contacts on. I don't know, I've been slacking on wearing them, and I'm like, why did I even purchase them if I don't even wear them? But it's so hard to put them on when you have nails. Well, actually it's not as hard as it's hard to take them off and not to put them on. I always have time figuring out if it's the right side. I just took a fat ass nap. I woke up like a 9 something, and then I ate some leftovers from Shady's place, which is like, why are you eating leftovers so early? So I really want to start organizing my whole shit because it's a fucking mess. Why do I curse so much? It's a mess. It makes me fun because I am kind of messy, but like, oh, this shit hurts so much. Like my brows a little thin. Maybe a lot thin because I feel like my face looks slimmer. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's how I feel. Like I said, I feel like my face looks a little slimmer, so whatever. I don't know what I have and haven't told you so far, but I have a new job. I got a couple, literally a week ago, and I'm so excited. I'm working a lot of, it's like a 9 to 5, but in reality it's like 9 to 7, which I don't mind. I feel like I worked more than job, and it's not as much. That's what I think right now. Everybody says that during that right now holidays gets packed and crazy, so we shall see, but hopefully it doesn't get too crazy. Hopefully it does not get too crazy, because now it's just right, it's just perfect. It's not too busy, it's not too much, it's just good. But I got a new car. Maybe I'll do a separate video about that, so I won't tell you what car I got. It's not the car it is the one I wanted. It's just not the model I wanted, but I'm still grateful and thankful I got the opportunity to get it, because it was not easy, and it was not in the price range I wanted it, but That's why I got a new job, and I told myself I'm gonna grind until I pay it off, because I did finance it, because I do wanna own it for as long as I can. It just gets me upset. It wasn't the one I wanted, but because of 2020, shout out to Corona, there was a shortage of cars, and that bumped the price and made it so hard for me to find the car I wanted, and it took a really long time. Not really long time, honestly, because it took like probably like a month to get it, and it took a weekend, like a week to get here, but it's already on the way, so I guess it was like meant to be. So it was probably meant to be that I got it, because if it wasn't, I would have gotten it. This is my quick makeup, going to work makeup. So yeah, I got the bad bitch, and she is beautiful. I'm so happy, and like I said, grateful to be able to not afford it, because I'm working like a slave, but that's fine. Working my ass off, and it's probably gonna help me a lot with saving and manage my life. With the fact that always one brow makes me harder to do than the other. But yeah. Happy I got it, like I said, and I will learn from this, because you live and you learn, and I don't know what else to say, because it's not like I went months. Well, I did go like. So let me tell you the backstory why I got a new car, because I didn't want to get a new car. I already had a Jeep that I loved, and it was a good car for me, for my budget, for my life. But like a month ago, there was a crazy flood in Jersey. Like, I never seen that. Maybe because I never driven through it. And I was at work. And then I kept getting like flooding warnings, but like it's just raining as normal, like unusual rainy day. So I didn't think much of it. But then it started getting windy, and like personally, we wanted to leave work as soon as it started raining. But the owner wouldn't let us. Like, she didn't say to close the store, so we couldn't leave. And finally, he was like, "Oh, like let's close the store." But then it started raining a little more, so I'm like, I just want to wait for the rain to pass a little bit, but the rain wouldn't go away. So I'm like, fuck. And then freaking I leave. And as I leave, you can't see the roads. You literally, I had to make a fucking U-turn because this shit, like, oh my god. Do you see the cars? I'm so scared. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the? Like, the rain is with wind and all this craziness. It's wind, and then all the streets are flooded. Literally, all the streets that I was trying to go flooded. A lot of like streets were closed down. A lot of cars were stuck, and I was just like, oh my god, like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get home? As a normal person I should have gone back and just, stayed over. Honestly, I slept in my car and everything, but I didn't. I kept driving because I'm like, bro, I have this Jeep, like, let's get it, like, we're gonna get home. I didn't drive home because my house was like a little farther from my job, so I drove to my boyfriend's house, and it took me like an hour and a half because there was traffic, there was cars stuck everywhere, and it was still raining. So it was like a crazy shit show that I was so scared driving because I couldn't see anything. There's always that guy trying to speed and trying to run. Like, I get it, you want to get home, so do I, but I want to get home safe and sound. Like, I'm not trying to go more than 20 miles per hour or 10 even. As long as I get home safe, girl, I don't care. That's why it took me an hour to get to my boyfriend's house. So I'm driving. I'm so scared. I'm like, oh my god, I'm praying. I'm literally praying. Music off, just rain. I'm just like, oh my god, like, I'm so scared. Why did I? Like, I'm so mad. But my boyfriend, mind you, my boyfriend had told me, don't go to work. There's a big ass thunderstorm, hurricane coming. But before that happened, a week earlier, we had the same flooding warnings and all of that, and literally, it didn't even rain. So I was just like, no, like, we'll be fine. Like, probably it's not even gonna rain that bad. Like, I should be good. Blah blah blah. Nope, I wasn't. I drove through it, and there's by the highway, there were cars I took the exit I had to take to go to my boyfriend's house. As I take the exit, fire trucks, police, everybody. We couldn't go straight to the road because I guess it was too flooded. If we go, we were like in danger to get stuck. So they weren't letting anybody go through. And then some cars were just stuck. Like, the tiny cars were like filled up to the bottom. And I'm like, damn, I'm panicking. Cause I'm like, I'm not about to drive to my house because it's probably gonna be worst. So I'm like, fuck, like, what do I do? Put the GPS on, and I'm calling my boyfriend now, and I'm like, hello, like, the road is closed, blah blah. He's like, take these. I'm like, yeah, this is the road I'm trying to take, and it's closed. Like, it's closed. I cannot go anymore. Like, there's fire trucks flooded, like, cars are stuck, whatever. tell him the story. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna go home. He's like, no, don't go home. Like, that's far of a drive. You're gonna end up like getting, what if you get stuck, blah blah, whatever. And I'm like, okay, bye. I'm gonna use the GPS to kind of figure out how I get to your house. So I go. I find a way. I have to take the next exit. Scared. I'm like panicking at this time because I'm like, I'm not gonna have, like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? Where am I either way? Like, it's pouring rain, wind is blowing, trees are like blowing so hard. Cars are like beeping, like the alarm. And all the streets are flooded. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, where am I gonna go? Like, oh my god, I'm still praying. I'm like, God, please let me get to my destination safe and sound. Take the GPS. I had to cross about. So then I find a different way to get to my boyfriend's house. But the roads were insanely flooded, and I literally had to go through all that flood, and I don't know how. And I'm like here, like scared. I'm like, oh my god, please. I'm like here begging. I'm like, please don't let my car turn off. Don't let my car turn off. Because like I said, there were other cars that were trying to do the same thing, drive through, get home, but they got stuck. And it's like, I don't know whose fault was at that point, if it was our dumbass fault for like keep trying to get, but like, you just trying to get home, like, you know. So my car, you know, passed through the whole water, blah blah, got there safe an hour later. As I'm coming, there's this guy, as I'm coming to like finally my boyfriend's block, this guy, he's coming the opposite way, and I'm like, oh my god, like he's gonna hit me. But in reality, he's beeping now, and I'm like, why are you beeping? Like, I'm cursing him out now in my car, like, why are you beeping? Like, you're coming the wrong way, not me, whatever. And then he's just like, put your window down, and I'm just like, I'm so scared, like, what is he gonna do? I put my window down, not all the way, so it's a tiny bit. I'm like, yes. And then he goes, if you're going down the block, don't go there, it's flooded. And I'm like, thank you. Like, my destination is literally in the corner. I don't even have to go down the block. Like, okay, be safe. And I'm like, you're in the one way. He's like, I know, I just don't know where to go. I'm like, okay, you do your boo. Just don't hit nobody. So finally get there. I was so scared. Oh my god, so scared. I'm calling my boyfriend. I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm here, I'm safe, I'm here. Like, open the door, like, I just want to get inside. I'm so scared. Whatever. Next day I had to go to work, so I go to work. And then I'm telling them, like, and then the next day, look like nothing, like, you know how they say, storm comes before the rainbow, something like that. Next day, sunny as hell. Sunny. Oh my god, it was so sunny. Beautiful day. Next day, beautiful day. Cars stuck everywhere, by the way. I'm just like, wow, Mother Nature is just insane. Because one day I'm trying to get home safe, crying, trying to wait to get home, being stuck. The streets look like a freaking river. Crazy. The next day it's like, oh yeah, nothing happened. Birds are singing. So it's crazy. but my car worked for about a week, 2 weeks after that. Then I started acting up, started shaking, whatever. I tell my dad, like, take it to get a alignment. I'm like, okay, yeah, triggers for going on alignment. The girl tells me, what's wrong with your car? I tell her, like, after I go, I think it was like 50-40 miles per hour, my car starts shaking. She's like, doesn't sound like an alignment, but bring it tomorrow. I'm like, fuck, I work tomorrow, like, what am I gonna do? So then next day my dad's like, just take your mom's car, whatever. I take my mom's car. Next day I'm off, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take my car now. Like, my car won't turn on. My car won't move shift first. This happened first. It won't move the shift. It shifts. Like, it was in park, and it wouldn't move to, like, drive. Like, so I couldn't drive if it doesn't move to, you know. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get this? So my car was parked for about a week or two. The streets with the sign that said, don't give me a ticket. My car doesn't work. So they didn't give me a ticket. Thank God. Shout out to the police department, because I would expect them to give me a ticket, because you know how they are. It could be a little insensitive. So I'm like, oh my God, didn't get a ticket. 2 weeks after, I take it to the shop. I'm like, what's wrong with my car? Like, take it to the shop, tow my car. That was the last time I saw him. Name was Cilantro. That was the last time I saw Cilantro, because something happened to the engine, and it's gonna be really expensive to fix it. So my dad is like, nope, we're not gonna fix it. You can just get a new car. It was so easy to say, get a new car, you know, like, yeah, just get a new car, like, whatever. But for my bank account, it's like, get a new car. So I fucking cried. Cried. My boyfriend got mad because he's like, why are you crying? It's not. He didn't get mad. He was just like, you need to stop crying. Like, you know, like, you're not dying. Blah, blah. And I'm just like, how am I gonna get to work? I don't want to take the bus. First work, country problems. First, you know what I mean? I borrowed my sister's car a couple times. And my dad's like, you're getting a new car from the dealership. I'm just like, my credit is so bad. Like, I don't know if I can afford it. Well, shout out to my mom. She co-signed. But still, I'm working my ass off now, so I don't disappoint my parents, because they won't co-sign the car for me. I have my new car now, which I'm so happy. But since I don't wanna drive, and I'm just so scared. I'm just scared that I also been having some weird dreams, like, oh my God, like, I hit my car, and I'm like, please don't hit my car. I think I'm just being super paranoid, because it's my car, I'm paying for it, and it's like not cheap. But yeah, that's the story of how I lost my car, why I got a new car. Basically, like, that's why I got a new car. And now I have to go to work. So if you stayed into the last minute of me making this 5-minute story into an hour, or however long this video is gonna be, thank you. This is my work makeup. I go all out. I don't really care. This is natural for me. I don't really care. This is where I work to work. I'm actually gonna put my lashes on, but I'm gonna look for it because I keep losing them. Actually, I think I have them here, but like my clothes and other anyways. Thank you for watching. Trying to put more videos out. I've just been working a lot. And I love recording myself. I have so much footage that I haven't edited, but I'm like, is it even good? My nose is like dripping. I'm gonna go to work now. Did my nails. Okay, bye now.